with the skills. I think the skills are important to talk about first, talk about why I have them, and what makes them so key for the build. So Hunt the Prey, very, very versatile. This will allow you to just maneuver any sort of map that you want to try and tackle. It'll allow you to take out those guys on the outskirts and move your way in. It's super versatile, and the other thing that I have this for is I have a mod that is inflict vulnerable on the enemy that you teleport behind. So when an elite comes into the combat, you teleport behind them, immediately you have a big advantage. So Hunt the Prey is super versatile and just adds that extra damage. Second build is Twisted Round. Skill lasts until you reload or switch weapons. Twisted Rounds is the staple of this build. It's extremely strong. Your weapons rounds are just, infinitely stronger, or 21,500 bullets stronger for essentially forever until you until you have to reload. And when you have to reload, it gets pretty scary. And there's been a lot of situations where we messed this up, especially when we were first starting, and we couldn't get those quick reloads every time we wanted them to. You lose Twisted Rounds, you're dead, especially in those higher challenge tiers. Third skill that we're going for is Time Rift, and so I don't see a lot of people running Time Rift, and it is so good. Time Rift is a deception and interrupt, so it activates that deception damage that we have, as well as interrupting, which I think is super key, and I think a lot of people don't end up running it. A lot of people aren't running Temporal Blade that I've seen, especially kind of near the end game. I've never seen anyone like a good Cyclone Scythe build yet. I would like to, but when I used this when it got it, it was super underwhelming. So but Time Rift is the last skill you're going to get, and it's awesome. So you can see it in that animation there. It just lifts up these guys into the air and it stuns them. So it gives you 3.5 seconds of them not being able to do anything. And when I go into my inventory, I'll show you the one tier 3 mod that just makes this build. And another one. Time Rift, shots on enemies affected by the skill do not consume ammo. So think about that. If we have an elite that comes into the combat, we can hunt the prey behind them, inflict vulnerable on them, then simultaneously when they go to do their first attack, Big Jaw, for example, he goes to do this big stomp move. It's an AoE move, and it's super frustrating because it knocks you back and it has that stun, so it stops you from doing damage for that quick second, which is a big deal. It allows his enemies to, or allows his allies to come in and swing you down a lot of times when you're playing Trickster because it's so squishy. So Time Rift, shots on enemies affected by the skill do not consume ammo. We teleport behind the Big Jaw. We use we use Time Rift. We interrupt him. And then we essentially have 3.5 seconds. Not essentially, we have 3.5 seconds where we can just spray as hard as we can, and we don't lose a single bullet. So a lot of times I've found the issue with the Bulwark is that you aren't able to get that last shot, so your ammo gets down to 5, 4, 3 bullets, and you can't get that kill to be able to reset it with the Vampiric Mag, right? A lot of people have that issue, so they run the second clip. I don't want to run the second clip. I feel it takes away an inventory slot. It takes away from some of that whatever. And if you're good enough, you should be able to manage with just the one clip. Especially if you play, you continue to practice, you continue to get better, you know how to get your resets. So you don't need that. That's my opinion. A lot of people feel the other way, and if I'm playing multiplayer, if I'm playing with my friends, a lot of times I will find myself running that because it is difficult to secure shots. The Bulwark, Bleed, and Gravedigger's Frenzy. The Bulwark is the standard shotgun you're going to get from Tiago at the end of the game. I'm currently running Gravedigger's Frenzy. I'm just waiting to get some sweet tier 3 mod that I can throw on there that'll just, finish out the build. But right now, Gravedigger's Frenzy just works very well. Critical shots increase your critical damage by 50% for 5 seconds. So when you get that first critical on the the elite that comes into combat, whoever it's going to be, whether it's a Blood Mother, whether it's anything really, right? Critical shot, 50% increase for the next 5 seconds. You can just stack those critical shots. And moving on to our helmet, that's exactly what we have is crit stack, right? So critical shots build up a 5-second stacking effect that grants you 3,029 anomaly power and 6,731 firepower bonuses. Stacks up to 5 times. That's like 3,700 firepower. That is insane. Twisted Rounds receive 30% critical damage bonus while this skill is active. That goes with the Gravedigger's Frenzy. Our critical damage is insane. Bonus firepower, close range damage, and cooldown reduction, all 3 of which you want. This is my golden child. This helmet is my golden child. It just works perfectly for what I'm trying to accomplish with this build. Our upper armor, the Brood Mother Mantle. We've got bonus firepower, skills, life leech, and close range damage. So skills life leech isn't ideal, but it does help you out when you're using your skills. You will get some health back, and it keeps that survivability going. Since we use hunt the prey often and our cooldowns are lowered, um, you're going to be doing that quite frequently. So the skills life leech is actually a good accidental drop in there. It's not the perfect one. It's not my cooldown reduction that I would love, but it does work. So hunt the prey, inflict vulnerable, super important. We all know this. This is a staple in most of the trickster builds. Strong twist, twisted rounds while the skill is active. This again is just it's a staple. It's really really strong. Just having those twisted rounds always on and having your firepower up by an additional 15%, very strong. Not the best, but very strong. I already talked about the pants because this is the most important part of the build. Buckshot shells, again, will be replaced when I get the better mods. I don't have them. I don't think you need them. You can get through these, super high expeditions. I've beaten tier 14 many, many times. I just haven't gotten that gold yet. So I don't think you need the tier 3 mods. They will be nice to have when I do eventually get some that I can replace. Maybe the one that's increased damage by elites or to elites by 25%. I do really want that one because this build does just stomp elites. But anyways, yeah, these pants are awesome. Moving on to the gloves. Brood Mother's gloves. Bonus firepower, long range damage, and close range damage. So these are the one piece that I do want to really replace. The long range damage just doesn't do anything for me. It's just a wasted slot. But you can't, it's so hard to get those perfect rolls where you get all three effects that you want plus a sweet mod. So these ones have the sweet mod, personal space, great for my build. But they have that long range damage, so I am looking to replace these at some point. But anyways, Blue Blood Twisted Rounds receive 10% weapon leech while the skill is active. The weapon leech is super, super great. The weapon leech allows you to, just as you're running between enemies, like a lot of times with Trickster, you'll find there's a lot of space, and your Hunt the Prey is on cooldown. You need to run to get a kill and secure that kill, so you can just shoot him from far away as you're walking up towards him and heal yourself to keep that survivability going. Cooldown reduction and close range damage. These are the three main ones that I'm always looking for. And the fact that I found them on something with a mod such as emergency stance, it just made them that much more attractive to me. So on the boots here, our mods are emergency stance and vampiric mag. Vampiric Mag, a staple of this bleed build, killing shots on enemies afflicted with bleed replenishes 50% of ammo in your magazine. This is key. You can take out the little guys. Our gun and our shots are always inflicting bleed since we have that tier 3 mod from Tiago. And yeah, so anytime you want to secure kill, just go and take out the smallest guy. You can replenish half of your ammo. You get 2, you're full again. Go back in, engage the elites with your abilities, and emergency stance, attain golem protective effect for 4 seconds whenever your health drops below 30%. In my opinion, this is one of the best survivability perks, one of the best ones I've seen anyways. You gain golem, which I think you take 50 or 60% less damage, maybe something like that, I'm not entirely sure, for 4 seconds whenever your health drops below 30%. So that 4 seconds when you're playing Trickster is a long time. You have a super high damage build, you can just go and run and secure a couple of kills so that whenever you return to your regular stance, you're back to pretty much full health. And by the time you're down below 30% health again, you have golem. It's been 10 seconds, so you can just rinse and repeat over and over again. And yeah, guys, that's my build. So I hope you really enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoy this build and try it out yourself. I really do love the crit damage, and I just love the added time rift. The added time rift ability on these pants. The shots on enemies affected by the skill do not consume ammo. Really ties together the whole build and just just makes it so you never run out of those twisted rounds and you're always shooting. You can pretty much hold the trigger on some of these missions and just run right through. That's how great this build is. So yeah, I think it's for anyone. I think anyone will enjoy it. And give it a shot yourself. Let me know. It's not expensive. There's only 2 tier 3 mods, and there's the ultimate bleeding bullets and there's there's the end of another one. So I think these are also available from Tiago, if I'm not mistaken. I got them myself. I haven't bought them from Tiago, but I'm pretty sure you can get these from Tiago as well. Um, Anyways, that's a wrap for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. It would really help me out. This is my first video, so I'll leave you here with the gameplay and take it easy.